Hi everyone, it's Melissa. So I am bored today. I'm a stay-at-home mom. My son is taking a nap. Laundry is in the washer and dryer, and I don't have to start dinner yet. And there's really nothing else to do around the house, although my husband would probably disagree with that. So I went looking on YouTube and I found this little tag to do. It's called the 15 Weird Questions tag. So I figured I'd make a video and cure myself of my boredom. So the first question is, what is a nickname that only your family calls you? And I don't really have any weird nicknames in my family. The only thing I can think of is Sweetie. When I was little, my grandparents and my aunt would call me Sweetie. That's all they would call me. Well, sometimes Missy, but most of the time Sweetie, like to the point where at Christmas time my gifts were addressed to Sweetie, which was me. And my husband calls me that now. We call each other that. So I guess that's the nickname. Number two is, what is a weird habit of yours? The only thing I could think of is I have this weird obsession with the number four, so I do things in fours. It's not to the point where it's not severe OCD. Like I don't have to lock the door four times and stuff like that. But like if I'm eating something like macaroni or M&Ms or something small like that, I will separate the last of it into like four groups of four. And like if I separate the last of my M&Ms into four groups of four and then somebody comes along and eats one, it's very distressing. But I remember being obsessed with the number four since I was a little kid. Like when I would walk across the room or something, I would try and make it, however many steps I took, I would try and make it a multiple of four. So if I'm getting like near the end, I would either shorten my steps or lengthen my steps. So anyway, there are a lot of things that I do in fours, um, but nobody really notices it. Not really. My husband knows about it, but anyways. Um, Number three, do you have any weird phobias? Yes, I do. My weird phobia is I am petrified of windmills, but not all windmills, just the white ones with the long spiky arms, you know, the big ones that are like sometimes there'll be fields full of them in the Midwest, or I think I remember down in the Southwest, like California, Arizona, there were like big hills that were covered in them. I don't know what it is. The thing about them that I don't like is the spiky arms on them. They just look scary to me, and so I have a phobia. I don't know what I think it's going to do to me. Maybe fly off and impale me or something, but anyways. Number four, what's a song you secretly love to blast and belt out when you're alone? I'm probably going to date myself with this answer. Whatever. I'm 33 years old, so the only thing I can think of really is like New Kids on the Block. It's the only thing that I would put on and blast when I'm by myself. And yes, I will sing along because I do know all the words. Um, I really like the song Step by Step, and I really like, the whole Hang and Tough album. Anyways, so yeah, New Kids on the Block. I was obsessed when I was a kid. Number five, what's one of your biggest pet peeves? I have a lot of pet peeves. Um, yeah, a lot of things that a lot of people do bug me, but I don't really talk about it because I don't want to start any fights with anyone. So one of the benign pet peeves that I have is volume. If it's like on the television or in the car, if the volume, when you turn it up or down, if it's a number associated with it, my biggest pet peeve is when someone leaves it on an odd number. My volume always has to be on an even number, 12, 14, 16, whatever. If somebody, like if my husband and I are in the car and he turns the volume up to like 15, I have to reach over and either put it to 14 or 16 right away because I don't know, pet peeve. That's probably a little more OCD, but anyways, that's all I can think of for that question. Number six, what's one of your nervous habits? When I get nervous, I scrape my nail polish off. So I guess that. I'll scrape it all off too. Um, Number six, Oh, sorry, that was number 6. Number 7, what side of the bed do you sleep on? I sleep on the right side of the bed, and I always have, as long as we've been together, me and my husband. Except when we are in a hotel room, I sleep on whatever side of the bed is furthest away from the door. That way, if anybody ever busted in to kill us, he could protect me or get killed first. So that's the answer to that question. Number 8, what was your first stuffed animal and its name? I don't remember my first stuffed animal. I was probably too little to remember that. The only really stuffed animal or doll that I remember having when I was a kid that actually had a name was my Cabbage Patch doll, and her name was Brianna. Number 9, what's the drink you always get at Starbucks? I don't go to Starbucks. I don't have anything against Starbucks, really. I just have never really gone to Starbucks. If I wanted a coffee or something, I'd always just go to Dunkin' Donuts. Um, yeah. I guess if I did go to Starbucks, I'd get like probably some kind of flavored coffee, but I'd want it to be like sugar-free or something. I'm not into like super sugary, fattening coffee drinks. And it'd probably be decaf because I don't drink caffeinated coffee anyway, or just get a water. Number 10, what's the beauty rule you preach but never actually practice? I don't really preach a lot of beauty rules to anyone. I guess I would probably say that you should clean your makeup off your face every night before you go to bed, but I don't always do that. I try to, but I'd say there's probably like 2 nights a week that I don't. And I know it's bad, but hey. Number 11, which way do you face in the shower? This is kind of a dumb question, I think, but it depends. If I'm washing my face, I'm facing the water. If I'm washing my hair, I'm facing away. I would think that that answer would probably be the same for everyone. Number 12, do you have any weird body skills? I'm not like double jointed or contortionist or anything weird like that, but I do have like really good hearing. Yeah, I try not to eavesdrop, but a lot of the times I can hear things that I'm probably not meant to hear, especially when I used to work in an office, because the walls are not always the thickest in the office, but where other people would be like trying to figure out what people are saying because they could just hear mumbling, I could make out what people were saying. So I don't know. I think I have really good hearing. Number 13, what's your favorite comfort food or food that's bad for you, but you still love to eat it anyway? I do love to eat these things, but I rarely do because I know they're not good for me. So one is just the plain old nacho cheese Doritos. And I've loved those like ever since I was a little kid. And the other is Breyer's mint chocolate chip ice cream. So I can't even remember the last time I had the ice cream and the Doritos. I don't even know, probably at like a cookout or something, but yeah, those are my two. Number 14, what's a phrase or exclamation you always say? I don't really have any certain things that I always say. The only thing I can think of, I guess, for an exclamation is awesome. I say awesome all the time. Even when I'm not excited. You know, my doctor's appointment, or my doctor will call me to confirm an appointment. And I'll be like, okay, awesome, thanks. I don't know. So I say that a lot. And the last question, it's time to sleep. What are you actually wearing? This is not an exciting answer either. I'm either wearing like a t-shirt nightgown kind of thing, or I wear like pajama pants and a t-shirt, or pajama shorts and a tank top, depending on the season. Just whatever's comfortable, because, you know, I don't know. Whatever's comfortable, right? So anyway, that is my 15 weird questions tag, and I'm tagging all of my YouTube buddies to do it. If you're bored, whatever, I'll watch it and I'll comment. So that's it. All right, see you later.